following program may contain coarse language, suggestive dialogue, and discussion of violent imagery and sexual situations. It is intended for mature listeners who can tell the difference between facts and opinions.
There will be a 60% pay cut for poor performance on this episode of the Toonami Faithful Podcast. I am your host, Sketch, and with me I have...
Paul Bascrillo, the founder of ToonamiFaithful.com.
And...
An editorial writer, Laserkid.
And bringing up the rear...
Streaming Steven, working the stream.
Yeah, he is.
This week, we are talking about Dawn to Dawn episodes 8 and 9. And also Dragon Ball Daima episodes 13 and 14. If you're keeping count, we're getting pretty close to the end of the first season of Dawn to Dawn. I guess we'll see if they roll right into season 2 or if they don't. Be nice if they did, because, man, that's not a good cliffhanger.
Is it true that season 3 won't be out till 2027?
I've heard that. I don't know. I haven't heard confirmation, but
I haven't heard confirmation either.
Well, maybe.
The story goes is that the animation studio already has several projects and they never do more than so many projects in a year. So that's where the story comes from.
It's fine. It's fine as long as we get that one project they're working on called Ghost in the Shell. Then I'm fine.
Yes, that is one of the ones that comes out next year. Yes.
Exactly. So I'm fine with that. But if they don't give us Ghost in the Shell, they can go to hell.
I'm just happy because January I get free run back.
Yes. That will be nice.
At least we get something back and, subscriptions work, unlike ESPN all unlimited. But that's the wrong type of podcast to talk about that on.
We can talk about a legal podcast?
Legal podcast?
I don't know. Is it legal?
If you know, you know.
Oh.
Josh Knighton, you know.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about ESPN Unlimited, but I guess okay, we'll talk about that.
Well, we're talking about legal you mean like lawyers podcast? Like the Legal Eagle? Nah.
Welcome to the Toonami Legal Podcast.
We're pirate radio, baby. I mean, we are. We don't own Toonami.
No, we do not.
Much less the shows on it.
I own a Blu-ray of some of the shows on it.
Technically, we're allowed to use the Toonami name as long as we don't make money. So, yeah.
You better turn the ads off, Paul.
Better turn the ads off right now.
Quick.
You mean for the 2
Apologies
cents that we
if
made?
you're
Sure.
watching this live and you end up having ads.
There is an ad right now, actually. I've got it off in the background.
There's 7 ads?
So, if you're going to see an ad, you can hear this.
Also, happy September. You can save up to 30% on new subs until October 1st.
If you can hear us, maybe buy some subs for your fellow friend.
Give them subs.
It's funny. I'm all this talk about VPNs. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, gee, we should get an affiliate for Norton VPN.
No, we should get an affiliate for Raid Shadow Legends because now they've added Ninja Turtles and I'm suddenly
interested.
Do they have
the mobile game that looks like a console game? And it's a console game and a half shell.
Yeah.
Turtle Power.
All I know is Alex Lay is voicing Michelangelo, and boy, did he cook.
Ooh.
I always thought he would be a good Michelangelo, and that did not.
I could hear it. Totally hear it.
He's got kind of that surfer dude thing just naturally in his voice, which is great. That's perfect
I'm
for
just
Michelangelo.
basically imagining Mash Burn Dead as Michelangelo's kind of what I'm imagining.
Mash is a little too low key to
True.
Michelangelo.
Mash Burn Dead, but more energy.
Yeah, probably.
Well, if you're watching, we're back. The ads have ended.
Alex Lee,
Don't forget.
he's not even in Don to Don yet. He's coming.
Don't forget to use that promo code to Not Me Faithful.
He's almost here. The question is, how much of this am I going to leave in the final version of the podcast?
Now that is the
Probably
question.
all of it. I don't care.
This is
All
why
of
you
it.
watch live, because
We never know.
we are very unfiltered when we're live.
It's true. And if you think I edit out
Wait,
much,
wait.
you would be wrong, because that would be too much work.
Wait, what are we gonna get censored for talking about anime?
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Well, luckily we're not
Shut
based out of
shut it down.
Texas.
Thank God.
But I don't know how Crunchyroll can function with that law. But I'm sure there's loopholes. Oh well. Anyway, let's talk about a couple of fine episodes of Dawn to Dawn. Mighty fine episodes of Dawn to Dawn. The first of which is I Got This Funny Feeling, which could mean a lot of things.
When it's Dawn to Dawn, that could mean literally anything.
After the fight, there's a feast. I mean, that's just what they do. So everyone is at Seiko's house having soba, and Momo apologizes for the wash tub and asks Ira to apologize to Okarun for being mean to him before. And Ira says, "That's ridiculous. I'm not mad about the wash tub. My problem with you is that you're a demon! You're all demons!"
Except for
Okay.
Kentakakura.
No, she acknowledges he is a demon as well. She's like, how could... When he transformed, how he's definitely a demon, and Seiko's not helping at all. And like, yep,
She is not helping
she's
at all.
definitely a demon.
Typical levels of assistance from Seiko.
How could she be your grandmother? She's way too young and pretty. And that goes straight to Seiko's head.
I love how it's just like, oh yeah, you can just basically come over whenever since you're gonna.
I
call
can
me
just
baby.
hear Archangel screaming about how much he hates her in the background of my head.
Yeah, I bet.
This is kind of why.
It's really... It seems like they're purposefully waiting until they've shoved food into their mouths before they start speaking.
Yeah, it does have that feel.
It's like
And somehow they can see the words in air.
Yeah, there's a point where the dialogue is up on the screen as words. It's pretty fun.
It's
Pretty fun
very
stuff.
on brand for Dawn to Dawn.
Yeah. Yes. So, Ira leaves, but not before contemplating, oh, how can I have feelings for someone who's a demon? So, yeah, she's not gonna apologize for what she did to Okarun. Instead, she's gonna start pining for him. Okay.
And thus begins a love triangle. A very one-sided
boy.
love triangle.
Also, Ira, what do you mean you can't fall in love with the demon? Girl, have you never heard of Inuyasha?
Inuyasha, Kagome!
Ranma exists in this universe. So I gotta imagine Inuyasha does.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah. Falling in love with a demon ain't no big thing, you know. Read some fantasy novels.
I mean, no, you're.
It's Ira. Critical thinking is not her forte.
No, it isn't. All right, so in the previous episode, we got one of the golden balls back, and we have to return it to Okarun. But how do we do this? Turbo Granny throws a fastball straight to his junk. And Seiko tries to hit the ball with a bat. Why? What would that accomplish? If you send the ball flying, we're back to looking for his Shikon Jewel again.
It might be worse. We might end up having fragments of that Shikon Jewel.
There you go. There you go with these Inuyasha like hints. Jesus Christ.
I mean, they write themselves. Turbo Granny and Seiko's relationship is so fun. It's like, oh, you've you threw it out to the side. I'll get it next time. I've seen more heat on a toaster. It just every time I hear them bantering back and forth, I'm like, it's Haruko and Naota, and I love it.
Yeah,
it's super fun. So one nut has returned, quite dramatically. I guess that worked.
Well, you know, Kuro asked at one point, does he ever get his balls back? And when she asked this, I was like, well, he gets one of them.
He gets one of them, and there it is. And we can't just like put it back normally. No, we have to make a whole thing of it.
It has to be a whole process.
Indeed. Time for some more teenage relationship bullshit.
Yeah.
The next day at school, Momo asks Okarun about hanging out at lunch or after school, and he says he's busy working on a report. He's not. Momo admits that she thinks he's hiding something. She tells this to her friends as she's kind of bumming out. And she says, I'm going to go get a drink. I'm going to go get a Pompey. And her friend's like, I want a Pompey too. And wouldn't you know it, she spots Okarun out on the grass on top of Ira. Oh boy.
Well, this is fun.
These kids have the worst time.
So anime. And that's where the commercial break happens. And when we come back from the break, we see things from Okarun's perspective. Now, he's been kind of shady, but the whole point is to be training in secret, and he's basically doing the Saitama workout. He also has weights on his arms, and he's trying to maximize his break time to get stronger because he's very concerned that he's not strong enough to protect Momo when it counts. So that's his whole deal.
He's working out.
He doesn't want to tell her, which is probably not a good idea, as he eventually learns.
You mean that communication is actually a good thing?
Yeah, communication. How about that?
The communication on both sides is not that good, but continue.
No, it's not, but I'm about to get to that. Ira is definitely smitten with Okarun, and she confronts him as he's trying to do his secret workout and tries to kiss him like right away, but he pushes her away. He tries to stop her advances. And now, Ira, bless her heart, learned about courtship from reading certain magazines that she found in her father's den.
Oh no.
Oh boy. It's like, well, we confess our love and then we have to kiss. It's how it all works. So she keeps trying to throw herself at Okarun, and in the struggle to keep her at arm's length, they fall onto the ground, and that's where Momo sees them. Now, props to Okarun. He immediately tries to explain the situation and admits that he was lying about the report, but that's all Momo wants to hear. She doesn't want to hear anything else. Obviously, he lied to her, and that's not okay, so she goes off to sulk. Come on. You guys have been friends for at least a couple of episodes. Can you hear the guy out, please? No, she's got to go sulk.
Teen angst.
And in her next class, Momo learns about the mantis shrimp. This is important. There's a cute little moment where she takes like a ruler and sticks it in the tank, and the mantis shrimp decimates a part of it. She's like, yeah, sometimes I want to punch something too. It's like, okay, girl, calm down. Calm down. Okaroon sits in his class, and he's like using a hand grip and a hand weight at the same time as reading, while rebuking himself for lying to Momo. And as he's lost in his thoughts, suddenly the room starts flooding, and all the other students disappear.
That ain't good.
Except for Ira and Momo. Something very weird's going on here. Okaroon finds Ira, but Momo is on her own. And Momo finds what she believes to be a dinosaur. And moments later, the dino be like, I'm a firing my laser!
That's not a dino, that's a kaiju.
Maybe?
Question mark.
Not yet.
It's not the kaiju, but it's...
Nope, it's not. It's not the kaiju. It's not that kaiju that you might be thinking of.
But I mean, big monster shooting laser out of its mouth, that's pretty kaiju-like.
It's pretty Godzilla.
Yeah.
That's not... It's literally doing the Godzilla thing. So Okaroon and Ira hear that laser in the distance, and Okaroon explains he's seen something like this before. Recalling the time when he and Momo were trapped inside the Torii Gate fighting against that alien, and everything went back to normal once the alien was dealt with. So we have established that this is like a special place, though based on reality.
This is a thing
it is not affecting reality.
Thing you start seeing in Dawn to Dawn, they'll do like color flashes, in this case yellow, kind of indicate, oh, we're in like a pocket dimension or parallel, like it's not affecting the real world, but yeah, I mean, it's very real because you're in it.
Yep. And it's only affecting those that have awakened some kind of power. And this is by design.
It's a tarp!
Yes. Suddenly, a humanoid crustacean with boxing gloves appears and starts attacking. Okaroon uses his powers to protect Ira, but suddenly he's reverted back to normal and finds himself in the clutches of those darn Serpos, who are still pining for his banana.
Man, these guys just need to get a banana tree.
Yeah, seriously. Go to the Dole farm. Like, chill out, guys. And the Serpos prepare Okaroon for banana extraction, tearing up all of his clothes, but they're stopped by long magenta hair. That's right. Ira has gained the powers of the acrobatic Silky and unlocked her Vizard form. Like, seriously, she looks like a Bleach character.
Does. You're not wrong. She has that look. The mask and everything.
She got that look. I mean, Okaroon's power looks like a Bleach thing too, but hers even more so, especially because it's like half a mask most of the time. Yeah. Moving on to episode 9, Merge Serpo Dover Demon Nessie. Now that sounds like something from a Toku.
It
Tokusatsu.
Does. So it's not a Godzilla, it's Nessie.
It is Nessie. It's a
cryptid.
Yeah, it's a cryptid, a plesiosaur.
It's the Loch Ness Monster.
But Okaroon recognizes it as the Loch Ness Monster Nessie. So Ira, in her new form, is fighting the crustacean. And the Serpos have naked Okaroon. And he Well, he spends an awful lot of time trying to find some kind of clothes. Poor guy.
Yeah.
He like grabs for a gym bag and it's all torn up. Don't you hate when you're running for your life and you can't find any pants? It's really great when he's like, all right, it doesn't matter as long as I go all out. All right, well, I'm transformed, but I'm still naked. This did not go as well as I'd hoped.
He gets a You Tried
That
award.
side shuffle, though. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Water keeps filling up the place more and more and more and more, which is making it very difficult because now they gotta swim, and the Serpo got tired of the crustaceans' current success rates, and even says they're gonna dock his pay 60%. Man, if I was docked 60%, I'd just quit.
Yeah, I'm not taking on your job at 40%. Screw that. You find someone else to do it then.
But he like kind of mind controls him, sort of, and he turns into a full-on mantis shrimp.
Oof.
And in that form, he's very fast in the water. He can punch really hard in the water, but he's got to come up to breathe. Oh, good thing too, because they'd be in big trouble if he didn't have that handicap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that isn't going well enough. Momo has joined the fray now, and she is still really bent out of shape about everything that's happened so far, and that is not helping things because they need to figure out a way to cooperate. And I was all like, I'm gonna be the leader. These stupid kids. Just cooperate.
Kids.
Please. Please, 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 please. Finally, Okaroon's like, hey, I understand that you're upset. I know what it's all about. Just please give me a chance to explain. He's like, okay, but we got to deal with this problem first. And the problem just keeps getting worse. See, the Serpos have this thing called the Awesome Zone that was previously displayed in the last episode, and that's when Okaroon couldn't transform as long as he's in the Awesome Zone.
Not very awesome.
And no, it's not. And Momo's got to fight against that, but it's not easy. But as they've managed to evade well enough, eventually the Sorbo's like, you know what? If you want something done, at least partially do it yourself. So, these corporate mergers just getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Some kind of weird surgery fusion thing, and suddenly Nessie has the fists of the mantis shrimp and also is part Serpo. Okay. Not great, but yeah.
What I am getting is it sucks to work for these guys.
Yeah, I mean, they'll dock your pay or they'll like use you as spare parts.
I gotta write up a Glassdoor review on these guys. Just do not work here.
Do not work for these guys. Do not do that. Ugh. Well, it's difficult to move in the water with clothes, so of course the girls have to strip down to their skivvies too. Well, at least they're wearing something.
Yeah, better than poor Okaroon.
Yeah, doesn't really feel like equal opportunity here.
Well, I guess it's making up for all the opposite situations in anime.
perhaps.
It's the karmic balance.
Right. Yeah. Oh boy. They do some interesting maneuvers, like Momo gets the idea in her head. She can just like use her powers to grab Okarun like a slippery fish and make him go really fast. Okay. Right? Alright. But eventually it dawns on her that there is a way to defeat this creature, and using some teamwork, she kind of baits it to attack her. But the thing is, the mantis shrimp body is very durable. It can handle the kind of force that these punches can have, but this monstrosity of a body can't handle it. So breaks the fists, basically, and then Ira uses her hair to create a runway so Okarun can go all out. Pretty sweet. So they win! Yay! Everything's great! Okarun and Momo are embracing...
What could possibly go wrong?
And then reality comes back. And suddenly they're in their... She's in her skivvies and he's naked. And they're on the ground in the hallway where all the other students can see
And they're
them.
soaking wet and there's a puddle around them.
Yes.
Yeah.
These kids are getting so bold.
This is not what it looks like, I swear, guys.
I mean,
It's
it wasn't.
Not, but, like, good luck convincing literally anyone.
And then they start running like that one weird-looking Titan.
Yes.
Like, oh, we gotta get out of here! Yeah. Well, that's embarrassing. I'm sure that's not gonna come back to haunt their social lives for the rest of high school.
No, not at all, I'm sure.
Yeah. Dawn to Dawn sure is weird.
It, as I keep saying, it eats face.
Accurate. Well, Paul, what did you think of all of that nonsense?
Yeah, I think Okarun is going to be a very popular guy next time he steps in the school.
That's an interesting theory.
Dude, you were on top of two chicks that were just in your underwear. How do you do it?
Funny.
That's not if he doesn't get expelled, but whatever.
Interestingly enough, the one person that you would think would bring this up later, at least hasn't done so thus far. I'm sure Laser knows who I'm talking about. But, yeah, he does become more popular with the ladies. That is undeniable. But, not quite.
By the way,
not quite like people aren't gonna be like, "Hey, man, how'd you pull that off?" No, it's just gonna be kind of a bad thing for their social lives, unfortunately, and also the counselor that they get to talk
counselor.
to.
Oh my god!
But that's for next time.
Yeah.
But so I mean, listen. Clearly, she likes him. Clearly, she wants him for her own. But she just needs to, as I was hinting at earlier, communicate. Like Okarun's looking at her, going, "Hey, dumbass! I'm going to tell you what was really going on. Let me talk." Dumbass. Like
teenagers are not good at this. Hell, most adults aren't good at this.
It's true, but it's really frustrating because
it is.
You see their relationship be at a certain spot, and then it just crumbles over the smallest things.
Yeah.
They got to work on that.
Yeah.
They got to trust each other more.
Well, she needs to trust him.
They also need to get on the same page because he's not quite on the same page as her.
No.
He's just trying to maintain the friendship because he's never had a friend before.
I don't think he realizes how deep this relationship actually is. Because he's got this depression thing where if you told him, "Hey, she's into you," he wouldn't believe you.
No, he wouldn't.
I think he's more or less the typical male teenager where he just doesn't understand what is exactly going on in the sense of she likes you, you should be with her. Whereas the other one is like, just take me right now. So it's like,
take me, Ken Takakura.
He's
so every time Iris is Takakura.
Oh god, yes.
Momo breaks concentration.
Oh.
Yep.
Or he says, "I'm an awkward guy."
Stop saying that. Yeah.
You gotta work on that, Momo. Jeez. Focus. Lock in.
Focus, Russell.
So yeah, I mean, they both definitely have communication issues between themselves. I think she needs to admit how she's really feeling, and he needs to just be like, he needs to open his eyes and realize, the same thing's going on over here. She's just not saying it. So, I mean, yeah, he wants the friendship. I think that's what he's more focused on. Let's be serious for a minute, because the dude is basically beat up on a daily basis.
Yeah,
which
no,
is
he's
shitty.
just happy to have a
So right, and let's be serious. I mean, as much as I want to have fun with this dude is being treated like a piece of shit. So in reality, it's more her fault than his, because she should understand this dude is just grateful to have somebody in his life that actually cares about
her
him.
To
obviously he doesn't realize
have our viewer level of understanding of him, which she does not.
Well, right. Well, I mean, I think she's going to eventually get there, hopefully, but it's more or less like she just sees there's this guy that actually I can, talk to, and I'm loving him, but I can't admit it. Whereas him, he's more of, I am so glad to have a friend. I'm so glad to have, well, I mean, let's admit it. He's glad to have a family because they're starting to become a family to him.
Well, and that is a fair question. We haven't seen his family.
Yeah. So that's another interesting thing. I hope we get to see that eventually. But then, oh god, the aliens are obsessed with him, which is really fucking weird.
He has a very special banana.
Yes.
He's like, Lord. It's cursed. It's like, yes, but how does this curse?
And now we want her banana. Oh, and we want your banana. Oh wait, you went too far, so now we're gonna kill you. Oh, okay. Oh my lord.
Your banana isn't worth the trouble.
Just make up your minds? Can these aliens just make up their mind of what they want? By the way, did that final alien, did it combine with, I guess we'll call it the Loch Ness monster?
Yes, at this point?
Did. And it's well, I think they're robots, aren't they, at this point?
Yeah, they're not robots.
They seem like robots. I mean, I know it was supposed to be like a shrimp and a mantis and a lobster or whatever, but
like the Serpos, they have fleshy bodies, but they also have like robot genitals.
Yeah, they made mention like they're hyper modified beings. So
yeah,
I like how he's like, oh, these will help me merge with you. I'm like, oh no, that is not right.
These shall facilitate the merger.
Oh no.
I'm like, oh my god, that doesn't look right at all.
Get away from me, Paramount! Get away from me, Netflix! Says Warner Brothers.
Hmm.
Everybody wants to own Warner Brothers except Warner Brothers.
Only Toonami on Netflix.
Yeah.
You know, I hate to say this, like, and don't get me wrong, when I say this, I don't want anybody to take offense to this, but I personally think, and this might be wrong of me to say, but you know, Adult Swim does a really good job. But problem is Warner Brothers Discovery doesn't supply them with what they need to properly run Toonami. Let's just put it that way. And we know that. But imagine if like Netflix put themselves behind that and did a fast channel with Toonami. And you know damn well they would do that with all the anime they have. Can you imagine how souped up that would be and how much money they could put into that? That would be like a Cartoon Network Toonami on speed. Like if they did it properly. Like holy shit. Okay. I hate to say it, but I've started becoming a fan of Netflix as much as I don't want to admit that shit.
Whoa, what a turnaround.
I don't want to. I don't want to admit that, but
all
I'm
because of
starting
the
to become a
wrestling,
fan of
isn't it?
Netflix. Hey, I'm gonna get that VPN so I
I'm
can
actually
watch my
kind of
free
considering doing
wrestling
the
on
same
Netflix.
thing, to be honest, because yeah.
Dude, I was thinking, I was literally thinking, damn, you know what? Every fucking podcast that I know that's popular, and I mean, even Stephanie McMahon's goddamn podcast has a VPN of some sort. So I'm like, you know what? At this fucking point,
We are not sponsored by
I'm
a
like,
VPN.
maybe
we
should just
buy a VPN,
but we should
of
be.
some variety.
I think we're gonna start doing that. But let's go back to what we were talking about. Yeah, Dan to Dan. I mean, oh my god, this thing is just like, like, oh my god, like I don't understand how this passed the sponsors, but it is on Adult Swim. So you know, like I guess that gives it the leeway, but whatever. I mean, I could just, I almost feel like, now that ratings don't matter as much anymore, that they're just like, we'll throw whatever on there and see what happens. I'm surprised some parenting group hasn't come in and been like, shame on you for
Parents
doing
don't
this.
really do cable
Oh wait,
anymore.
they're too.
It's really a
Parent group.
Oh wait,
Kids aren't watching cable.
exactly.
But you understand what I mean? Like I don't literally mean a
They
parent.
could get away with La Blue Girl at this point.
Ooh.
Don't give Jarrell ideas. I mean, it's bordering on that.
Not really.
But
certain scenes.
Certain
scenes, yeah.
But like most of the time, no.
No.
By the way, you know what would have been hilarious if like one of the girls was like, "Oh, you do have your Peter back." Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
It's like, why are you trying to take my banana? I don't even have both my balls right now.
Which is hilarious. I don't know. So yeah, I mean, I these two episodes were hilarious. I can't wait for the next two episodes because I feel like this is they're just gonna be like awkwardly walking through school, like, hi, sorry that happened. Yeah. I'm sure the ladies are gonna be all over him, but you know. And the guys are gonna be even more jealous and try to beat the fuck out of him. But you know.
Nah.
I kinda want him just
really
to like
happens.
I kind of like just hope one time he like turns into that demon and just punches one of those dudes one time just to scare everybody. But yeah, I mean it's really funny because on one side you have all this weird shit going on, but on the other side there's this story in there that's serious of like literally saying what teenagers are going through, what they're, you know, one missing the whole point of what is going on over on this side, and the other one not admitting to how they truly feel, and the other one reading dirty magazines and porn, maybe, I don't know, but whatever.
Stop reading those magazines, Ira.
Yeah. That was. I love that. What did you read? Oh my god. Oh Lord. Like she became obsessed with him real quick. That was weird. Real quick.
Yeah, it is kind of weird.
I think what's even weirder is she, like, him and her. I mean, they technically don't have the same power, but they do. So it's kind of like, huh, interesting. By the way, when you say you're the chosen one, if he looks almost like you as well, are you both the chosen one and technically you're supposed to be together?
Don't give her ideas.
Don't give her ideas. Ira does not need
I'm not
more
going to give
delusion.
the writers any ideas.
No.
I mean, I think she's noticing that and becoming more obsessed with him. So, yeah.
When Ira's in her acrobat silky form, her dialogue is so brutal.
She loses all.
Are you trying to court me, sir? Ah, but my heart belongs to another. However, I will give you as many chances as you'd like. Like, what?
What is going on over here?
Yeah, I think that's more stuff she picked up from those romance novels and magazines.
Yeah.
Yeah, little too much of that. We're not going to let her touch anything anymore.
No.
So,
yeah. None of that.
I mean, I can. The final thing I'll say is I can kind of relate to. I can kind of relate to Ken because I'm not going to call him by Okarun because that's just a stupid name.
He likes that nickname.
Ken, I can understand that because there were times, I'm going to be honest with you, and I found this out like years later that there were girls that liked me, and I was
that happened to me when I was growing up.
When I was a teenager. So it's like, and I'm like, then why didn't the fuck you say something? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. All you had to do was like fucking open your mouth and say something. I'm just like,
as a rule,
I can relate.
Guys are clueless, especially when we're younger, unless it's happening to someone else.
I can also relate to the one girl that you don't want that is like obsessed with you, and you're like, okay, back off, back off. We're just friends. You don't need to be all up in my shit. Like, yeah, I've experienced both, and I can relate to him on that.
Mm-hmm. Steven, what are your thoughts on these episodes of Dawn to Dawn?
They were some good episodes, man.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm live tweeting them, I'm seeing all the Ultraman references to.
Yes, and I appreciate you pointing them out.
So we have, and I'll continue to point them out. So we have in this episode, the Serpos, along with I think the first episode as well. They're doing the inverse of the Ultraman, kind of like cross pose to shoot out their beams and everything. So it's like for the listeners and anyone on the podcast who can't see, which is everyone. Since we're recording this over audio, not visual, just think of putting your right arm up in a upward position, and then put your left arm on top of your tips of your fingers. And that's what they were doing. The opposite is the Ultraman pose, where it's the right arm up and the left arm by the elbow. That's kind of like their signature pose in Ultraman. I would say the Serpos are like when they go into that alien form, other than that kind of like businessman form. They are like the the businessman form. Which is like completely funny that they chose that form to come out because they look totally convincing. They can fool everyone, and apparently it does. It works. So their actual alien form looks like the data race from Ultraman, which is like the lines really do it. The head and the body, not too much, but the lines really do it. You kind of see that looking like the alien form in their heads actually as well, the human disguise form, which is kind of cool. Another thing to point out there, the mantis shrimp was singing an ABBA tune, which is like what? So he was singing Chiquita by ABBA, which is weird. Which is like, does he like ABBA? Does he listen to ABBA? Did he listen to it as a mantis strip when in the
Got
classroom or
you know why
something?
I'm
Did the
laughing.
teacher like it? It's like,
Man, he really he must really like ABBA to
Yeah.
Interesting.
There
Okay,
is
so
a
there's
little
something
bit
coming up
something
with
to that. A little bit, sort of. Not in the way you're thinking, though.
Okay. Interesting. The Yeah, I don't know. My mind's going to now the ABBA song "Money, Money, Money," which
Uh,
is kind of true with him because he dislikes, not getting paid on time. The body of the shrimp design. So the first one before he turned into his demon form, and merged with the other alien. So the original form, the boxing shrimp, there was Kanagan from Ultraman.
are you saying
Typically,
that
the head,
he is
that
the
round kind of
boxing
shell head.
shrimp? Sorry, had to do it. It's all the ABBA reference.
That no, that was
Why didn't
perfect.
you save that for the end?
I didn't think of it.
Now you gotta come up with something else.
And then finally, well, we'll think of something else. Then finally, when he turns into that Dover demon strong style, kind of, there was Alien Baldwin, because you can see that in kind of not the hands and the fist, but in that face, in the head, and everything. So there's some really cool Ultraman references in this whole series, but specifically this one, I liked it. I kind of like the Toku stuff that they throw in here. Like, okay, there's some cool stuff with Nessie, and they're kind of like turning into like a Godzilla like monster, shooting that beam and everything. It's like, okay, I see what you're doing there. I see they're fans of that stuff, that kind of like Ultraman, Ultra Q kind of tokusatsu stuff. So that's fun. Another thing, like you all were saying, Ken Okurun, that guy is oblivious to everything, but I think he just wants a friend.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know how to be a good friend other than to tell the truth and not to lie. And so this was their first fight, kind of, you could see, or I mean, one of many, many fights and everything. And then Momo doesn't want to, is in love with him, not accepting those feelings, but she feels some way to protect him or do some type of thing of like not seeing it. And then these two have the worst timing in any anime that I ever seen. They have like
I don't know. I've seen some
seen
pretty bad timing before.
yeah, that's probably true. But I mean, it's not the best. I mean, those two are seeing each other at every moment. It's like in the script, they see something and immediately both of their minds just spiral into nothingness. How one's going to lose a friendship, the other one is going to lose someone they love and care about. And in Ken's mind, Okarun's mind, he really just friend zoned Momo the whole time, and she does not know that. And I wonder if that plot's going to come out one day. If like one of them's gonna say something that's like, Wait a minute, he doesn't like me." Or, Momo's gonna say something that he's gonna realize the whole time that he wasted all of this time with her to become more than a friend. So, it is interesting to see how that plays out, but I don't know if they're gonna get together, and I don't know. And I don't know how it's leading up to, because you see clips online of, like, different things for, like, season 2 or anything else, especially when I'm, like, searching stuff up for, any hashtags or anything. And so I see like little clips of like what the future holds and everything. But I'm like, even in that future that they're not even to a point of that, it's like that relationship is not growing. It's stagnant because both of them are too. I wouldn't say they're not jealous, but it's like they're too worried about the other person to understand their own feelings and to go further with those. Eventually, maybe they'll get there, but I don't know. I'm hoping like here's for a season 3 where they just go on a date one day, and that's the episode.
All those great Ultraman references are I would not have picked up on pretty much any of them other than the hand pose. But something I'm pretty sure I'm not just like overthinking it, but the scene when Momo is trying to be quiet and avoid Nessie, I'm like, this feels like Jurassic Park. Like specifically when the raptors are in the kitchen. I don't know. I might be overthinking it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was just a little inspired by it. Possibly. Yeah. Fun episodes of Dawn to Dawn. Anything you want to add?
I don't know that I can add anything on top of what we've already said. It's a good time.
It is a good time. Shout out to Brent Mackay, who played the Dover Demon. He's doing all those little songs and all that is just it's pretty fun. Pretty fun. Good stuff. And of course, oh man, Ben Diskin as the Serp host. Oh man. And I like whatever oh, her name escapes me. The actress who plays Ira.
Give me like a
Shoot.
second.
She was Walnut in Licorice, which, by the way, wow, what a what a totally different role. Oh,
I have this in a Google Doc for when we talk about season 2, so I can get it. I just gotta find it.
He's just gotta find it. Anyway, I like what she's doing for her transform form. You know, kind of a deeper voice with a
just changing it for when she's like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. It's pretty in line with what AJ's doing for Okaru.
It's Lisa Raymold.
Yeah,
also Princess Iris and Konosuba. And Lance's little sister.
Oh!
Also, Lance's little sister.
She plays a lot of Precious Beans.
Yes.
It's actually really interesting to have her as Ira.
She does a great job.
That's such a juxtaposition to a lot of the roles she's played.
And no, I didn't have those exact ones quoted in my document. I don't know what you're talking about.
I see. Well, I think that'll do it for Dawn to Dawn this week. Actually, we talked a bit longer about it than I thought we would, but it was good. Good couple of episodes. Fun stuff. Annoying relationship stuff that needed to be complained about. We don't love everything about Dawn.
Not everything, just most of it.
Yes, most of it. We'll take the good with the bad. We'll take the entertaining with the so very, very frustrating. And with that, let's get back to the demon world for some Dragon Ball Daima.
Indeed. The fun, not as fun part of Dragon Ball Daima. It's not bad.
Silly
it's
little
not
episode.
bad. when this is the worst episode of a Dragon Ball.
Why did I say little? Little is not the apropos word.
When this is what I consider to be the worst episode of the show, you're doing pretty good.
Oh. Yeah, it might be. It's at least the most uneventful.
It is certainly the most uneventful, and yeah, but we'll get into it. So, as we left off, Goma and Degasu are freaking out because, Goku and everybody's got that second Demon World Dragon Ball and are heading to them for the first. And they're panicking. But Goma's got a plan. He asked Degasu if the Gendarmerie are all back in the first Demon World, which Degasu says, yeah, most of them. So Goma orders Degasu to shut down Sir Warp. Without it, there's no way they can reach them. No way whatsoever, guys. It's impossible. Degasu seems taken very aback by this. No one has ever taken this drastic measure. He is not happy to take this order. But Goma doesn't give a shit, and he tells him to just shut up and do what he says. And so Degasu does, descending through the palace into a room, and he has this moment of, haha, I am the villain, look at me, I am doing this thing. But as soon as he pulls that, he looks like he just, had to shoot his own son or something. Like, he's really rattled by this for some reason, which I don't really understand.
You'd think there would be, some kind of punishment for
doing it, or taboo or something. But it's not really elaborated on, but it can kind of be inferred, because he really did not like that.
Or maybe he's just inferring that he doesn't like doing the dirty work.
I can see it.
Why do I have to come down here and press the lever? You
make
go down there
and
press the lever yourself.
Yeah. I can see that.
Make a Gendarmerie do it. Like, come do it yourself. Oh, are you too short?
Oh.
Too short to reach the lever?
Short jokes. You gotta love it. Back with our heroes, the plane is having more trouble, and it crashes.
Oh my gosh!
Again!
Again with the planes!
I don't know, man. I don't know. We need a scorecard for this, I think, at this point.
We do, because planes survive in Dragon Ball Daima about as well as horses do in Attack on Titan.
In Dragon Ball Z Abridged, there's the Krillin-owned count. We need a planes-owned count.
Plane-owned count.
For Dragon Ball Daima. But everyone's fine. But they find themselves in an area much larger than they are. We've entered Giant World in Mario 3. Or perhaps we should say, honey, I shrunk the protagonist. Again, since they've already been younger. Bulma and Pansy work together on repairs, since Bulma's got repair tools in one of her Hoi Poi capsules, which actually absolutely amaze Pansy and everyone who's not familiar with them, which, let's be fair.
To be fair, it's wild technology.
God, I would kill for Hoi Poi capsules. Just imagine moving.
And Hybis is like, can I use that for my socks? What? But what they don't know is that Hybis has an incredible amount of socks. That's what I'm inferring.
Yes. Oh, Vegeta asks if they should just fly to the first Demon World on their own, but Supreme Kai's like, that's not possible. Morals cannot go through Sir Warp unprotected.
Well, about that.
Well, Neva realizes where they are, and he starts freaking out. Neva wants to be here. He wants to get out of here ASAP.
He never freaks out. That is alarming.
Yes. They are on planet Mega, the second scariest place in all of the Demon Realm.
Only the
second. Well, we'll touch on that here at the end. It's only the second, but it's the second scariest place. It's inhabited by giants called Megaths. The whole world is giant, which, pretty obvious from there. Even the Supreme Demon King and the Gendarmerie know not to come here, according to Neva. And Goku's like, don't worry, I'll handle whatever comes around. It's fine. Goku completely unfazed by all of this. Glorio's like, let's get this done quickly, though. So Pansy and will go to work. They use Hybis as a step stool. Poor Hybis.
Man, the disrespect.
This is like what they used to do to Oolong back in the day. Dr. Arnsu is watching the Gendarmerie freak out and is bemused when Gloria contacts her to inform her that they've got the second Dragon Ball.
She's like, all the Dragon Balls are in my grasp.
They're all mine now. Mwahaha. Bulma and Pansy are talking shop while they're repairing the ship, and Bulma takes an interest in the power crystal in this ship, apparently called a modulite. The energy crystal that powers the entire plane. Since there's nothing like that on Earth, Bulma's like, gimme! Apparently they come from the sky in the second TEMU world. Because it's made, the sky's made of it, that's why it's got that green tint. It's apparently stuff seeping down from the third onto the second, creating that.
Huh. Interesting world building.
This is something I really do appreciate about Dragon Ball Daima, is the world building. Like, that is a detail we did not need at all. But it's interesting. Hybis is about to buckle with two little girls standing on his back, which fair enough. But they finish just in time and thank him. Poor Oolong never got thanked, but I guess Hybis is nicer than Oolong, so fair enough.
But Oolong can turn into a chick.
Yes, but he's still fetal sick.
Does he though?
He does. Pansy promises Bulma some Magilite to take home. Bulma's like, oh, well, we can make you some ships then. So we got some business deals going down over here. An ominous giant thing is shown while Goku is off eating a giant apple. Because of course he is. He's away from everyone else in the middle of the jungle. Goku's in the jungle, baby. He's gonna die. Not, but you know.
No,
but he is sniffed out by the giant creature, which chases him. It's a giant hamster! It's Hamtaro time when we work together. It's much better. Anyway, sorry.
We're back in 2002, baby!
Let's go!
Little Goku and Hamtaro, let's go!
Yeah, we gotta love that. Anyway, the giant hamster wreaks havoc on the group as Goku runs from it, as he doesn't want to actually hurt it because it's a hamster. But then there's a swarm of them. Yeah, I couldn't help myself.
I like that Goku is concerned about an animal.
Well, it's not like
I don't want to hurt the little guy.
It's very good because it's not trying to fight him. It's not a fighting challenge. It's just a wild beast that doesn't know what's getting into. It's a very good thing for Goku. Vegeta doesn't care though, and he just straight up attacks them.
Yeah.
Well, Goku's just laughing.
And he's surprised how durable they are.
Goku's just laughing cheerfully as they kind of overtake him because, you ever get surrounded by a bunch of dogs that are playful. That's kind of how Goku's reacting to this. But they are forced to scatter after the arrival of a Megath child. School book back and all, apparently. And must be coming home from school. Neva, where are you getting these insights? They haven't been noticed, but the child decides he's going to just sit on a tree stump nearby them. And a giant pet dog, or at least I assume it's a pet dog, also appears coming up towards the kid. And the Megath drops his books for some reason, just empties his book bag. I totally did that. No, I would never do, because then you have to pick it back up. Who wants to do that?
And they're gonna get dirty.
And then you gotta pick them back up and put them in the bag. That's work.
Yeah.
They end up landing near our hero. Several near misses landing from pencils and other translated school equipment. I do love the attention to detail that it's like real things, but they're huge.
Can you imagine?
Death by pencil.
Vegeta died. How? A giant pencil.
I guess you could say it'd be lead poisoning.
It's a lot of lead. If they even have lead on this planet.
God, I don't know. I'm just assuming it's pencil, but yeah, who knows?
It did look like a problem.
That's a little on the point, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Megath begins eating a grilled Kraken tentacle, at least according to Neva, who would Neva steer us wrong on that. He warns everyone to stay hidden and not let the Megath catch them. The dog is sniffing around and finds Goku, because of course it does.
Of course it does.
He catches it by sneezing and knocking Goku out of cover. A chase ensues. Gloria is also caught up in the chase. Vegeta attacks it to make it leave. Goku still can't get Glorio's name right, though. Galaro, indeed.
He's very Galorant.
The dog's excited and chases him around. The kid doesn't seem to have noticed anything yet. Goku ends up deep on the dog's fur and runs into its fleas, which are his size.
Ticks!
Ticks! Yes, you're right, it is ticks. Yeah, that's
giant ticks!
No thanks. That reminds me of that one episode of Star Trek Voyager where we have a giant-sized virus. No thanks. You're welcome, Paul.
I heard a Voyager
Yes, I referenced that one time in Voyager where they made a virus like super huge.
Why would you do that?
You mean the ones that were floating throughout the ship?
It was like an actual virus, but it was like way big. So it's like really terrifying. Yeah. Kind of like that, but now we got fleas. Or not fleas, ticks.
Oh Lord. Yes, the fleas. Yeah. Continue.
Goku manages to get out of that, but unfortunately, this is when the dog notices the ship and starts charging at it. But Goku Kamehamehas it, knocking the dog clear. This finally attracts the Megath's attention, but the plane's ready for takeoff. Vegeta says he and Piccolo will keep it distracted while everyone takes off. The kid takes a swat of the ship. Looks like a fly to him, tossing it around. But Goku pushes the hand back by using his ki energy and basically body blows the hand, pushing it back. Which is, while successful, he is knocked into the book bag of doom, where he almost gets one. The Megath seems poised to strike the ship with a ruler. That's on brand. I totally get that. But Goku goes Super Saiyan and bursts out to counter that with his power pole. This episode is really silly. Goku grabs hold of the ship as it escapes. The Megath watches on disinterestedly as everyone makes it out. They regroup on the ship. Vegeta says this place is indeed terrifying, to which Neva comments, imagine if we run into one of the adults instead. Yeah. Goku wonders why none of them became Supreme Demon King, and Supreme Khan says that the Megas are generally laid back, so he suspects they don't care to. And you know what? Given the behavior we saw from the kid, it makes sense. He could have gotten aggroed way sooner. He just didn't care until they became obvious, and in more of an annoyed way rather than I'm gonna crush you way.
Yeah, it's more like I'm dealing with a fly.
Yes. And then Vegeta comes to the same realization we came to earlier. Neva said this was only the second scariest planet. What could possibly be worse than that? Well, apparently, Planet Giga. Mega, Giga, I get it. They're even larger on Giga. Well, what I want to know is what happens when you get to Planet Terra.
Eee! Oh dear. No.
They fly out into a pretty little light show as they're escaping. Planet Mega is not a bad place. It's just scary because they're way bigger than you. But, cool little light show. Very much a nothing little episode, but it's cute. It's fine. It's a little slow, and
man, the Megath is so Dragon Quest.
This is the most Dragon Questy of Dragon Quest episodes so far. Like, holy cow.
Really, for sure. When they swoop in, and later you see the Megath like checking its foot to make sure you didn't step on it.
Yeah.
Didn't Goku drop his little baggie in the and have to go back for it?
Something like that, yeah.
I'm misremembering that.
Apparently I didn't take note of that in my notes.
He's got to get his bug bag. Got to get his bug bag back.
You got to get those revived bugs that nobody likes but him. That leads us into episode 14, Taboo. Ship is working great. Pansy calls home to check in. She tells them that they got the second Dragon Ball. That's a little unusual way to contact because the transceiver's a little different than what they'd like right now. But Kadan's not home. He went off to go steal a plane so he could go to the first human world himself. Pansy says to tell him that the off-worlds are crazy strong, so she doesn't think they need the backup. She says, tell my dad to take it easy. Yeah, that's gonna work great. Well, after that, they arrive at Sir Warp, who is asleep. Goma wants the Gendaru ready and asks Degasu if his trump card is ready to be deployed. And they are, indeed. Goma is excessively pleased to brief his special ops squad. And there they are, sitting on a couch, snacking. Goma and Degasu are just like, what is this? And then that group was shocked to see King Goma! Gotta rush into place and kneel onto these little circles. So we got this little positions we gotta kneel at you in. It's all formal and everything. The lights flicker off and back on in a rainbow color. The platforms they're sitting on apparently rise up. And we get some tokusatsu music as they introduce themselves as the Gendarmerie Force!
We have the Ginyu Force at home.
Yes, we have the Ginyu Force at home. They are numbered 1 through 5, and they get colors and everything. And when their powers combine, I am Captain when their powers combine, they are the Gendarmerie Force. Ginyu Force's posing and imagery is definitely intentional. It's absolutely TEMU Ginyu Force. They then proceed to shoot their guns like crazy at the lights of the castle, and I thought the Ginyu Force was crazy. Goma tells them that there is a possible invasion, and they ask who they're up against. Hoodlums and children, or at least adults who were turned into children. They are not taking
and
this
naturally,
seriously.
they're like, what?
Goma's like, take this seriously! But they don't. Deku tells them again that this group defeated Majin Buu and 2 Tamagami. But the Gendarmerie Force still don't believe. Deku insists it's not a joke. Goma tells them if they let the invaders take a single step into the palace, he will ruin them. Just like they ruined his foyer. The repair costs are coming out of their paychecks, by the way.
60% pay, Doc.
Yes. Apparently the theme for today is your pay is getting reduced.
The theme of today is it's so hard to find good help.
It really is. Oh, God. Are they for real? Nah. Those potato chips are crazy good, am I right? I love these already. Well, yeah, let's get more of these chips at the convenience store in the palace. This scene just had me dying laughing. Meanwhile, our heroes, seeing the sleeping Sir Warp, Neva immediately puts 2 and 2 together. Oh yeah, it must have been shut down. So Goku tries to wake it up by poking it with a stick. Just Goku things, you know. It's as you do.
It's not the last thing he tries to poke with a stick in this episode.
No. The only other way through is a tunnel, but that's been sealed with the Shield of Light, and they ain't Neva getting through that. Goku decides, I'm gonna poke it. That's just what Goku does. So he uses his power pole and sends it down to go poke the Shield of Light, because he's not sure something's really there, which, you know, a visual effect. Pansy yells at him to stop for his own safety. Anyone who touches that shield dies instantly. On cue, the power pole bounces off the seal. Ping! Which then sends an electric pulse back up the power pole, zapping Goku, who is then basically knocked out and he falls over unconscious through the air towards the ground. If he touches that thing, he is dead, and he's not awake at all, to get control of himself and fly away. He ain't Neva coming back from that. Or Neva says it's time that he should air out the demon worlds. He begins chanting some kind of a spell. He sends a spell up and down towards both shields. And one of them goes right past Goku and into the Shield of Light, dissipating it entirely. Which is great, because Goku does manage to wake up right after that. He would not have been able to recover in time without that. He would have hit it right as he gained consciousness.
Can we talk about how Piccolo and Vegeta did nothing as Goku plummeted possibly to his death?
Yeah, there's like it's fine. This is fine. It's fine. But yeah, the tunnel to the first Demon World is now open.
I'm gonna air it out. Like, that just makes me think of all the times when Soma's dad's like, yeah, you should air out the restaurant every now and then. He's just gonna air out the Demon World a little bit.
But apparently closing the warp ain't never gonna stop them.
Nope.
The shields were all Neva's doing, obviously, and this is obvious enough that people ask him about it, and it's like, he created them to protect the second Demon World, because there were the ruffians from the third Demon World who were, coming in and just, causing chaos, and then there was the imperious aims of the first Demon World trying to conquer them. They needed to seal that off so that it would at least be limited to those who could use their warp to keep the second Demon World a little more safe. But I guess that's no longer needed. And so now it's time to fly the plane down to the first Demon World. Go over to Goma picking his nose. That's an image I didn't think I'd see. Degu's sensing something off, like something about a wind or something, but Goma's just like, yeah, it's just your imagination. Nothing to worry about.
You feel a sudden breeze?
Meanwhile, the Gendarmerie Force raid the convenience store like they said they were going to, and they run into, of all people, Majin Buu and Majin Buu, who will look up to the ability to just buy as much snacks as they want. And the Gendarmerie Force kind of take pity on them, like, we're going to get all the snacks. Oh, they can't afford all the snacks. Well, you know what? We're going to buy a chocolate bar for Majin Buu and Majin Buu because we feel bad for them. I kind of like this. It's kind of cute. They're like, okay, they're not necessarily bad guys. They're just bad. Just being a bad guy doesn't make you a bad guy.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. Yeah, I do like that. They're like, first they're like, all right, we're gonna show these kids how cool we are. Oh, we don't have that much money. You know what? We'll just get the kids there. They still got lots of snacks, so I guess they probably had they bought a bunch of their own snacks, and then they're like, all right, now let's get a bunch of this candy for these kids. I'm like, oh, we can't afford that.
Well, here, have a chocolate bar. It's still cute.
Also, the flavors of those potato chips. What?
Demon World potato chips.
Trash flavor.
My favorite. We got some Ninja Turtles pizza toppings going on over here.
Don't you desecrate Ninja Turtles pizza toppings by comparing it to that.
I don't think they ever had trash pizza there.
No, they didn't. Everything they put on pizza was technically edible.
Yes.
Technically.
Dr. Arnzu also senses the wind coming from through, just like Degusu did, but she doesn't quite figure out what's going on, but she wonders, is the shield down? So she's a little smarter. She can kind of guess at what's going on, but she's not like, oh, the shield's down. Is it?
Isn't she supposed to be like the most brilliant mind in this entire
demon
universe?
Which is why she can piece together that might be the cause.
Maybe it's the shield. All right, in fairness, I mean, how would she know what it feels like when the shield is gone?
It's been that way for so long. Well, things aren't quite going so well for our heroes. The ship is taking a beating, and
oh gosh,
we gotta get one more on that board. Get your counter ready. And the first Demon World's heat in the sky is 600 degrees Celsius at this time of day, which roasty toasty, instant char, anybody? So Goku's just like, oh, we can just bail on the ship and, we'll be fine. No, you can't just do that. You're going to have to at least wait a minute. There's also a need to get someone to fly Bulma, which Hyda's like, I ain't doing that. And she's like, don't worry, I got this. Oh, thanks for doing that for me, bro. He's not doing it for you, dum-dum.
Little Vegeta carrying little Bulma, so cute.
It really. But they managed to get.
He's just a little wife guy. He's just a little wife guy.
Kind of Vegeta in this whole show, and I love it. They do manage to get low enough where they're able to bail out, and they do. And it's still hot, but it's going to get cooler as they land. This is about when the Gundam Armory pick up, because there's a falling plane. Ding! There's your plane-owned counter. The shield light is also gone, and there's a bunch of people coming down! Gomandigs have the best. They always have the best freakouts. This is probably top 5 Gomandigs with freakouts. Goman's like, attack them with everything! And the Gundam too, shooting like crazy, getting their planes on the run, and the episode cuts out.
Man, put that picture on a wall scroll.
I would love that. It's a really cool picture. Not gonna lie. Things are heating up. Dragon Ball Daima is moving towards a conclusion pretty quick here. We still got 6 episodes, but we're basically heading into the final stretch here.
Yeah, you're probably gonna. It feels like it could end much sooner than it actually does.
Yes. There's a bit more to go, but we're on the we're in the final chapter.
We've made it to the first demon world, and we're here to chew bubblegum and kick butt, and we're all out of bubblegum.
Well, maybe the Gundam will buy us some.
You probably get some at the
convenience store.
At the convenience store. I was gonna say at the bug.
Oh yeah, the bug dealer. Yeah. I love how the demon world feels very lived in. This feels like a real place. It's not just we are evil and bad and horrible things happen here. No, that does.
There's a convenience store inside the castle.
Yes. That says
that is convenient.
Something about this culture. There's some screwy things, but
The question is, was it there before Goma took reign, or
it feels like a Goma choice.
Feels like a Goma choice. It really does.
But yeah, strap in. Things are heating up. We're not quite there, but we're getting real close to the part of the show that feels most like Dragon Ball Z, for sure.
Oh, yep, it's coming.
It is absolutely coming, and they've been hinting it in the intro sequence the whole time, and you'll understand what I mean when we get there.
Though he may look gentle,
yeah, this
he is the powerful being.
The little preamble, I'm just like, who needed that? At this point, I understood an episode.
Yeah, we got the eye catcher on.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of fun. It's interesting that we haven't gotten the full opening more than once, even though it's the first show on the block. But you know what? I will definitely trade that to have the full Don opening.
Between the two, as much as I absolutely adore the heck out of John. Yeah, no, Don's intro is catchier. And so
we're breaking the rules, though.
We are breaking the rules.
I like it.
Breaking the rules, breaking the law.
Well, Steven, what did you think about these episodes of Dragon Ball Daima?
Yeah, I liked them. It was fun seeing the convenience mart inside the castle, which begs the question, what are they trying to do? Who's running it? Is the manager Goma? Is he the manager of this whole store? How do they pay for it? So they have some form of money. And then who is there taxes?
These are all very good questions.
Who's I mean, but then who stocks it at that point?
Somebody who gets paid to do it, I'm sure.
Yeah, but I mean, look at where it is in that one frame that they showed it. Is it in do you go past the cafeteria, to the left over there, or is it like in some cave system underneath like the whole place? And it seems like it's a 24-hour place, right? It seems like a 24-hour place, and it's like you walk in there and you're like, huh, you can buy anything in there, and it's like, okay. Y- I mean, without the whole established stuff, that scene to me was perfect. Just having the most random thing in a castle, and it feels like something like, how like every time that you get a new president in the White House, they always do something, right? They always like, we're taking out the bowling alley, we're putting this in here, or we're putting the basketball court in here, or we're doing stuff. It seems like whenever there's a new Demon King or whatever, they put something in there or they take something out. So was this his thing to put in there?
Maybe.
I
Like,
could
for his
see it.
reign, was this thing to put in there?
I think maybe it was. Yeah, you have to wonder.
Yeah,
You have to wonder about: do they only have one person working there, and are they stuck there working there all day?
yeah, what are that guy's hours? I mean, does he get paid well enough?
Well,
I mean, is he getting minimum wage or
Minimum
something
wage
to
in the
just do
demon
that for like
world?
12
on
hours?
one hand, if you were working for Goma, I feel like this job is probably much better than most of the other jobs. You don't have to hurt anybody. You don't have to fight anybody. You don't protect
You just,
anything, really.
run a shop.
True, but the person's running it, man, that guy's doing the worst thing in the whole kingdom. He's giving him high cholesterol,
Yes,
See, that's how he gets
he's
his
the
evil in.
inside man. He's killing Goma.
See, this is his thing.
One tasty
Slowly.
treat at a time.
It's how he gets his evil points in. He gets to do it in that way.
Oh, yes, it is important to get your evil point. Convenience store in the demon. In the castle, no. Sure, why not? It's fun. We should also question why Majin Buu and Majin Buu could just roll up there, and nobody's like, "Huh? What are you?"
They work for Dr. Aronson. She's technically employed by the.
But is that like the only convenience store in the whole demon world?
It's probably more. But I mean, if you've seen what we've seen thus far of the first demon world, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of anything.
Yeah.
No.
So it might, at the very least, be the only convenience store in the first demon realm.
Was that the one that Majin Buu went to?
Uh-huh.
Because he went to that one to get a candy bar.
Oh, actually, did he go to a different one?
Who knows? We went to go get it, and it was in the first demon world. Could have got it from there. Who knows? We also got a cookie at one point.
Yeah, maybe he did. I mean, he's there now, so maybe
that's just where he went. Yeah, could be. He's a repeat business. He might be considered a regular soon.
Yeah. Oh, he'll probably become a regular very soon.
He works there at the end.
He should work there.
He should. That'd be a great job for him.
He'd be good behind the counter. Fun. Any additional thoughts, Stephen, or shall we move on to Paul?
I'm good on my side.
All right, Paul, what did you think of Hamtaro's revenge?
I was thinking Hamtaro there. I was like, oh my god, they mutated Hamtaro, then cloned him. Holy shit! Everybody. By the way, if Hamtaro looked like that, it would have been a good series. Anyways, let's see. Yes, shots fired. I want to use the word TEMU. I can't even say
Ginyu
it.
Force,
TEMU
right?
Ginyu Force. Yeah.
Laser already did.
Yeah, that yeah. Yeah, I have to agree with Laser on that.
You know what?
Yeah.
The greatest thing that came out of the existence of TEMU, just being able to refer to things as the TEMU version of something.
It's in the same great same boat as
Exactly.
just saying great value. But it's worse because at least great values. Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, these 2 episodes weren't like anything special.
Nah,
So it's not
they're
like
fluff.
I have too much to say about them other than it, I'm ready for more action again. So I hope to see that.
The action's coming.
Yeah. So
at least
I
there
mean,
was some
I feel
wanton
like the
destruction
series...
in this one. The TEMU Ginyu Force did some damage.
Dude.
I also feel like this is... I don't know. I feel like this series, like you guys had mentioned, is moving way too fast. So, yeah. It needs to slow down because I don't know what they're going to add after this.
Well, we're just gonna keep working towards fighting Goma, basically. But there will be some interesting revelations along the way. But,
Indeed.
Yeah. I like that moment where Piccolo's like, wow, old man, you are a legend. And Neva's all like, glad you recognize.
Neva definitely just seems to be along for the ride for the most part. Just kind of like, this is interesting.
Yep. I imagine he was bored for a very long time.
Yeah. More than likely. All by himself.
All that said, hey man, you didn't necessarily have to go along with Goma's plan just because you were amused by the prospect of doing something.
Yeah, he didn't have to do that. Didn't have to, but he did.
I guess he's making up for it now, but still. Nonetheless. All right, I don't think we have anything more to say.
No, I think we've well covered it.
Couple episodes of Daima. Yeah, the giant world is probably the worst episode of the show.
It's
still charming. It's fun, It's Attack of the Giant Hamsters. Just a little weak compared to the rest. I do like the Kid Tamari Force.
It's amazing.
They are fun.
They are beautifully stupid in all the right way.
Yes. It's just too bad they've probably done some very terrible things.
Almost certainly.
That's gonna do it for those episodes of Dragon Ball Daima. If you had any thoughts on these episodes of Dragon Ball Daima, Dawn to Dawn, or anything else, you can email us podcast@toonamifaithful.com. You can follow us on facebook.com/toonamifaithfulpodcast and on Twitter @toonamipodcast. You can listen to the podcast on just about everything, including Apple Podcasts, Castbox, Deezer, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Overcast, Podbay, Podbean, Podcast Addict, Radio.com, Spotify, and the TuneIn app. And you can find every episode of the podcast to stream online at the same place they found the encrypted clinical trials on Lazarus, SoundCloud.com/ToonamiFaithfulPodcast. You get the latest news by following @ToonamiFaithful.com on Blue Sky and at Toonami News on Twitter. And read the news, views, and reviews on ToonamiFaithful.com. Speaking of Lazarus, the subtitled airing is wrapping up pretty soon. It should end the same week as the first season of Dawn to Dawn. So, probably get a schedule update. Maybe not this week, but next week?
Can only hope.
Maybe. We shall see. And we, of course, will update you on any we get. We'll probably record a podcast next week. I did want to get somebody on for our previous Bleach and Blue Exorcist discussion that I could not. Hopefully, I can get them next week. But no promises. But Kuro should be back next week.
Yay.
If nothing else. And
Kuro and I tagged.
I think we did all right without Kuro. We didn't go too
we did
off
all
the
right.
rails.
I think she'd be proud. We kept it pretty well on the line.
Proud might be a bit strong of a word.
Probably. That's probably.
We did some shenanigans she might not like, so, you know.
Some shenanigans.
Some shenanigans.
And we shall shenan again.
When Kuro is away, the cats will play.
That's right.
Exactly.
Us cool cats. Everybody wants to be a cat.
See what you did there.
When Kuro is away, the staff will play. I like that better. Yeah.
Well, that does work better.
Thank you. I try.
Okay, stream it.
Also,
Steven.
I apologize. I wanted to say I want to apologize if anybody heard my cat in the stream. She keeps
certainly didn't hear it, so I don't know if the stream would have.
I didn't hear a cat at any.
Well, she's literally like right to my left right now, trying to get my attention.
Oh, pet the kitty.
Yeah, Discord's pretty good at
no, she's
cutting
making too
out
much noise.
noise. So Discord's filtering's pretty good for that.
I guess this mic is good if you're not hearing it. So.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Stream in, Steven. Tell the folks where they can find you.
You can find me on any social media platform. I'm under MXA Ghost. Yeah. Have a good week.
Laser, tell the folks where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter at LaserKid Prime. Find me on Blue Sky at LaserKid. And you can find me on my podcast, The Simultaneous Saints. Simultaneous Saints in all the relevant fun places, where we recently talked about Dawn to Dawn Season 2. And we even had Sketch on with that one.
And if you want to have the Season 2 spoiled for you, you can listen to that.
Almost all of it. We didn't quite get the...
Almost all of it.
2 episodes short of the full season at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a fun-looking conversation. If you've already watched Season 2, have at. Definitely spoilers, so don't go there if you don't want them.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of things that haven't aired on Toonami, Demon Slayer movie in theaters.
Yes, very good movie.
It's good. Go see it if you can.
Highly recommend. Just prepare yourself. It's Lord of the Rings line.
Yeah, and if you haven't watched the Hashira training arc yet, you should do that first. That. But what I did was just read.
Yeah, I made that mistake.
I just read the manga.
That's good enough, I think.
And let me tell you, that is a very different experience.
I have read the entire Demon Slayer manga. It is different. I think the anime is slightly better at most things, but
I think it makes it considerably more grandiose in almost every respect. Like, even the dialogue. When I was reading the manga, I was like, I feel like they could have said more here.
Yes.
And in the anime, they do.
That is...
And in the manga...
The anime fills in... It's kind of like a director cut in my mind. It's like... especially for the Infinity Castle, I felt that the manga rushed that storyline. The movie really fills it in. Really does a good job of making it fleshed out more. It used to be my least favorite arc because of that. I'm not sure if I feel that way anymore. I'll have to see how I feel when it's over. But if the other two are going to be like this, oh, it's good.
Yeah.
By the way, it's heading towards 1 billion worldwide. So
well earned.
There's that.
It was a tremendously successful movie.
I think it's going to. So it's close, if not there yet. It's probably going to hit 100 million in the United States. So, I have to pull out my box office.
Very impressive
website again. Christ.
What a time to be an anime
Very
fan.
impressive. Yeah, anime's too popular.
Gee, I wonder what block brought anime and made everybody watch it, and then it became popular.
Tone it down, people. Anime's too popular. We don't want it to get that popular.
No, we can't have all these tourists.
Yeah, well, how dare people get into anime that weren't into anime 20 years ago?
How dare they?
Don't you know it was only for people who were around 20 years ago?
If you weren't shoved into a locker for liking Japanese cartoons, I don't want to hear it.
God.
I was never shoved
into a locker. I was just the outcast.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's better or worse.
I was thrown into a trash can and put down the stairs.
Oh.
What?
So they were trying to murder you?
Somewhat.
Bringing up traumatic time in school. All right. But no,
Keep that in the podcast.
I'm happy that anime continues to grow in popularity.
I've always loved it because just the more popular it is, the easier it is to access it. It is a night and day difference.
And I cannot stress this enough. You shouldn't let what other people think or feel about something decide what you think or feel about it.
Absolutely.
So if you like a thing and some bitch is in your ear telling you it's not cool, it doesn't matter. You like it. And on the contrary, if somebody is like, hey, this is the coolest thing ever, you're like, me. That's fine too.
That's me half the time. Although we all have both. I think we all have both whenever you're dealing with anything.
It's true. Everybody's got opinions. And by the way, if you have an opinion on Twitter, somebody will respond, I think you should die. Or some.
That's why you don't put it on Twitter.
That would be a smart choice. That would be the wise choice, but we're not that smart.
But if you only put it on Blue Sky, they're like, oh, you're just hiding on Blue Sky. Like,
that's why it's blue, because it's a lot better.
Blue Sky's got its own separate set of problems. Has it got its... It's a pick your poison kind of a situation.
Don't live in just one in just one I can't even think of the word.
Social media space?
That, but
basket.
Echo chamber. Don't just live in one echo chamber, broaden your horizons, seek out
new life and new civilizations. Boldly go where no social media people have gone before.
Threads?
Oh!
I don't know. No,
go to MySpace.
MySpace. Now, go to MySpace.
It's like the second Demon World of where the Namekians came from.
I mean, Hive is probably the low hanging fruit for social media to pick on. But,
I don't know. I like to make fun of Tumblr.
Well, yes, but I mean, Tumblr's been around for a very long time at this point.
At least it's not as extinct as Mastodon.
Oh!
We're a bunch of nerds!
Oh, I forgot about Mastodon. Incidentally, I can never hear the word Mastodon without thinking of how it is pronounced in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Mastodon!
Yeah, that's whenever I hear that, I just hear Zach calling for it.
That's an ear. It's an ear. It really is. Right, Paul. Tell the folks where they can find you.
Trying to keep my pet off of the table so I can do podcasting.
Off the table, not on the table.
There were many times where I had to mute the mic and I threw her off the table. I didn't throw her off the table.
You better not have.
Anyways, you can find me on that wonderful platform X and Twitter at Paul Pascrillo. You can Blue Sky me, which I should use Blue Sky some more. Just search for Paul Pascrillo. Same on Threads, as we've even talked about. And yeah, I mean, make sure you guys check out. We do have a TikTok for Toonami Faithful. We do have a YouTube page for Toonami Faithful. So make sure you check out all of that stuff, including our Instagram, because I've been putting some fun stuff up and a lot of you seem to be liking it. So I will be doing more of it. So prepare yourself or don't prepare yourself and be scared by what I post. I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
And Sketch, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Sketch1984. Also on Blue Sky, look up Sketch1984. And as previously mentioned, I was on the most recent Simuldub Saints, where we talked about Dawn to Dawn 2. We had a ball, as it were.
Yes, we did.
Many balls.
You might say the show's got some balls.
It does. It does indeed. So thank you for listening, whether you tuned in live or in podcast form after the fact. I can talk, I swear. It's getting to be my bedtime. Well, thank you for listening. We always
your bread time or your bedtime?
What time?
You said your bread time or your bedtime? Because I thought I heard bread through the thing.
It's always bread time as long as it's gluten free.
It won't be gluten free in this house. Anyways, continue.
Then I'm not eating it there. You don't know. You don't want to know what happened. That's not just a threat. It's a promise. Right.
Oh, Lord. I'm going to have to get a lot of Lysol. Anyways, continue.
Thank you all for listening. We always appreciate your listenership. Be sure to share the podcast with your friends if you think you'd be interested. And until next time.
Tonight the Super Serpo's lights are gonna find me, shining like Okaroon's balls. Super Serpo, smiling, running from Super Serpo, feeling like we need some clothes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Later. Go to the corner.
Well, I couldn't do the same one I'd already done, so I had to think of a different ABBA song.
All right, how much money did we make on the stream?